After months of turbulence, shouting matches, and all-out trade war, there are two different olive branches being held out at once to varying levels of success. The first, more trippy and more doomed piece is that of brief best buds Donald Trump and Elon Musk. So a brief recap on their sudden and spectacular fallout late last week. Musk firstly called Trump's proposed budget a disgusting abomination and called for the president to be impeached. Trump called Musk a big-time drug addict who he says is constantly high on ketamine. Musk has now said that he regrets some of his posts on X about the US president, adding they went too far. It might be that this is a sign of genuine upset over the fractured relationship between the world's richest and the world's most powerful man. It also could involve the threat that Trump could cancel $38 billion worth of government contracts with Musk's various firms. And on cue, Tesla shares have reacted quite well to the news. They jumped up 2.5% in pre-market trading. He will need all of the bounce he can get on those stocks, having lost now $90 billion of his wealth since getting entangled in politics last year. That is according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, but it doesn't sound like Trump himself is particularly interested in peace with Musk. Meanwhile, Trump has shown himself more willing to mend bridges with China, with a framework now in place for a de-escalation of months of trade war. This agreement looks like it would apply to Chinese levies on rare earth minerals and on some of the post-Liberation Day US tariffs on China. Asian markets were up this morning, but cautiously. There is not a huge amount of detail in this agreement, and the FTSE 100 also up, but only by a little bit. There is also the quite significant caveat that trade teams on both sides need to go back to their respective presidents to sign off this deal and get it confirmed. The US Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said, if that is approved, we will then implement the framework. There is also quite a lot of mistrust between the two sides. So China accused the US last week of severely violating the trade truce between the two global powers. So much of Trump diplomacy is about diffusing ultimately self-created crises. But these two parallel fights are going in quite different directions. And for everything you need to know about the story and about the Trump administration as it continues to develop, head to cityam.com.